a beginner cross-country runners. The cross-country 5K race is how far? Well, we go from the start all the way to the finish. We have a 5K. And if we break it down into miles, we got mile 1, mile 2, mile 3, and then we got a point 1. So here's mile 3, 2, and 1. And here's our start. So, if we break it down into sections, all right, this last point 1, if we use a perceived effort type of energy effort, we use point 1. This is 10. 10 is an all-out effort. 6 would be a nice leisurely pace. So, when we start off our race from here, mile marker 1, it's not a leisurely pace, but our effort is going to be in that 7 to 8 range. Alright? At mile marker 1 to 2, it starts to build because we start getting lactic acid pressuring up in our body. So it starts to be uncomfortable. So this section here is comfortable. This section here starts to be uncomfortable. Okay? But here, we're running 8 plus. We get to mile marker 2. Okay, we're starting to build. Now we're at 8.5. And we keep building that all the way up to mile marker 3. So 8.5 builds up to 9. And from 3 to the finish line, our 5K is all out 10, which is a point 1 is about 180 meters. Okay? So I want you to think about this. Even though the race is a 5K, the total distance, the real race doesn't begin until this point. So from here to here, it's really not a race. Okay? So the race begins at mile marker 1. As we keep building and building and building, this is where you start focusing on picking off people in front of you. Alright? So we're starting to get uncomfortable feelings. We get uncomfortable feelings, which starts telling our brain, oh, you better slow down, that sort of thing. That's where you have to change your mindset and say, it's okay to be uncomfortable through this next 2 miles. So think about this. It's got to be okay to be uncomfortable. That makes sense? All right? This last mile is something that you, as an individual, your desire has to own. You've got to own the 3rd mile. Alright? That's where no one passes you. That's where you keep putting up with that uncomfortable feeling to where it starts hurting and hurting and hurting, because soon you'll be at the barn, the finish line, and you'll be able to shut it down and recover fast. Okay? Remember, you're starting off 7. This is a quick pace. You're calm. And it should feel easy to do. First mile is easy to do. Everybody can go fast the first mile. It's where people start falling off when they start being uncomfortable and giving into the uncomfortable. Alright? So you got to be okay with being uncomfortable. When you get to mile marker 2, you have to think about owning the next mile from 2 to 3. Alright? And this is what separates everybody. You have to put on a huge happy face. Okay? Being tough, whatever works with you. Some people, they put on an angry face, and angry works for them. But you want to be able to say, I'm going to gobble up that stuff like the Pac-Man. Alright? That you're gobbling up people. You're gobbling up the lactic acid that's built up that makes it very difficult. So, own the third mile. Alright? I hope that makes sense for a lot of you guys and girls. And I look forward to seeing you at the races.